We have a long-awaited showdown here. A matchup of two elite quarterbacks. Might not see a better QB duel all season long. Both guys hoping to use this big stage to display their supremacy. Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, and the Swamp, the home of the Florida Gators. As we'll see the winners of 4 straight, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. Relay Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Street. Let's get this thing underway. And the Gators will kick this deep to get us going. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns offense comes on the field first today. This is going to be a tremendous showdown. Strength versus strength as quarterbacks having a monster year, but this is a high-powered defense, the best he's seen. Can't wait to see what happens, Kirk.
Yeah, Chris, this is going to be what you really hope to see is this quarterback who can do it all. Can he deal with the intense pressure that this defense is going to put on him? Talking to the defensive coordinator this week, they feel that they can really rattle the quarterback by putting a lot of pressure on him, giving him a lot of different looks. Let's see how it plays out. Well, the receiver does all the work here, man. That is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Handoff to the back, fighting off the defender. Breaks the tackle to get back to line of scrimmage, but that's it.
was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Now a quick third down test on this opening drive of the game. Can he get there on the ground? They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Well, I know it's here early in this game, but boy, this is what you want to see as an offense. You get to these third downs, it's all about trying to create opportunities and momentum, and that's what they've done here, converting to get a new set of downs.
The Longhorns starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Breaking free at the 35. What a catch and run by the sophomore there.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Longhorns looking to keep this drive rolling. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A quick throw out left. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch. Get a little bit closer to the marker.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the stills.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Looking to throw yet again. The tight end has got it. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
What a valuable commodity for this offense. You get down into the red zone, the defense is worried about the receivers to the outside. Who better to get the ball to than the big tight end to be able to pick up a first down in the red area? Beautiful play.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Picks up a short gain, but is swarmed by the defense flying to the football. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. To his left and makes the completion. They've got him down behind the line. They lose yardage on that completion. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Third and goal, looking to throw for it. Bites into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
You talk about the right way to get a game started. This offense put together a nice scheme. They felt comfortable with the script, and they moved the ball all the way down the field. 10 plays, and they get a touchdown. If you're the defensive coordinator, you're back to the drawing board trying to figure this out.
Returner looking to create better field position. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's a good coverage there. So the Gators offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Because we know this top quarterback is a confident guy, but talking to him, he's also well aware how good that edge pass rusher on the other side is.
Well, he better be ready today. He's got great skill. We know what he's capable of doing, but this will be the best defensive end that he's faced all year with that kind of pass rushing ability. So he's going to have to maneuver around in that pocket to make plays.
Let's fly to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's in the clear. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the running back takes the handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually... around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Looking to pass. It's leg way. Snags a quick throw. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Fourth down and 2 coming up as we try to keep the drive going. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Here we go on fourth down. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. Quick throw to the left. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
He went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Caught over the middle. It's Washington. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this third and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or are they going to sell out and bring the pressure.
It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on. Longhorns will line up to punt it away. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. A chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
So they get nothing in the first down run. Brings up 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. He's got it with room to run. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Grab down the middle. It's Wilson. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Catch made on the sidelines. The move sticks. It's a first down. Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
The Gators will have 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw here. Lets it go quickly. Oh, what a grab! He's tackled quickly, but yardage is good enough for the first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And on the carry, he's heading left. Breaks free. Then he'll run out of bounds and pick up a few yards on the play.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Just time enough for one more play in the half. Quarterback will throw it off the run pass option. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick this deep to begin the second half. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. And the Florida offense retakes the field. The passing game was effective in the first half. Let's see if they continue to lean on that as they try to make up the deficit here. And he stopped after 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Looking to scramble. Picks it up himself and still going. They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
First down and 10. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Gonna run it. It's ball. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Dropping back. It's Lagway. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. On the move now. On the run, he'll let it go. And it's picked off. Threw it across his body and paid the price. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out his scoring threat. They'll set the offense up at the 31. Here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 31. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Well, let's face it, they dug themselves a hole in the first half, but I'll tell you what, they're coming out with a new look and new energy here to start the second half.
After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 25. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. To the air, it's Manning. Tries to get it to the running back. And it's caught. Tackle made, but a big play all the way to the 48.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
Just a tremendous play here by the corner. Yeah, the offense does complete the pass, but the corner comes up, makes a nice form tackle while driving that offensive player back in the process.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. A deep shot, but he paid for it. And it's caught inside the 15, still running. All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Chris, how about the call here with the wheel route? The running back, we know he can run the football, but here he shows his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, and that wheel route is tough on a defense. Sometimes the back can get lost. Here he catches it, finds his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple of yards deep. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there. He should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. That's caught. It's Wilson. Defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. And as we take a break to flip into the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's 4th down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. He's got it, and that is enough for a 1st down. breaks free in the clear. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Gators.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
The extra point, they're down 14-7 now. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Grinding away with a running game.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use, but at what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. He's got room to run. The defense all over. They stop him right at the line.
How about the discipline of this defense here on second down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's third down.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down and the crowd really getting into it. Back to throw. It's Manning. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. He's going to try to return the punt. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. First and 10, not much time left. They need to find the end zone in this possession. Here comes the first play of this drive. They're set up at their own 48. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide. It can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Caught behind the line. It's Daniels. They go backwards on that third down completion. Sets up a fourth down.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Running out of time in the pocket. He's picked for a third time tonight. Not much on the return, but the pick will set up the offense at the 35.
It has been a rough night for this quarterback. That last interception really punctuates what's been a completely inept effort from this passing game from start to finish.
Well, that's the kind of matchup we hope for, Kirk. This team came in high.
some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Fielded in the end zone, it's Daniels. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take your stomach
because you know there's going to be some games where you sit in the post-game press conference that you scored 35, 38, maybe 41, and you still catch an L.
Do you agree with RC?
I understand what he's saying. I think RC hit it. Their defense is terrible, but I don't think Hendrickson would make that big a deal with their defense one way or the other. They got to be a defensive team. So they are an offensive team. They have to score 40 a game. They got the 2 great receivers. He's a great quarterback. They seem like they're committed not to get off to these terrible September starts because he played.
As he stopped at the 14. So the Florida Gators offense will have the football first. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him.
And Chase, and of course Higgins would have a chance against anybody in a shootout type of game in a postseason spot.
Why are you shaking your head?
They're not figuring it out.
Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
Finds his man. It's Wilson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The 12th man, more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now improvising. Gets rid of it. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute, to put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead now early on the road. That's impressive.
So the Texas A&M Aggies offense has the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking downfield, it's Zeno. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on 3rd down. That was the completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your second drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible in getting that completion on 3rd.
There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second.
6 years there, they're 1-11. They don't show up to play until mid-September and beyond. That's egregious. What the hell are you doing? That's why I called for an investigation into what the hell they're doing in the offseason, because clearly it ain't their job. They're never ready to play at the start of an NFL season. That might have something to do with their absence of success. We can't ignore that. And so when I'm looking at Joe Burrow making sure that you get your 2 receivers paid, and I get that part, RC, my whole point is this. These are the Bengals. And look at the bevy of errors that they've made over the years. There's no telling if they don't take
First play of the period, first down here. DB's right up on the receiver. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. The Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Looks as if he's going to run it. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Hit a speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. The throw. Finds his big tight end. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Zeno. Rushes on him. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Looking to fire. He makes the catch. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
and Cam Ward, the #1 overall pick.
If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 4th.
Kind of question. If that kind of skepticism is associated with this quarterback, they're saying, we don't believe it. And that's horrible on a guy that's only 23 years of age. You know how bad you got to be 23 with that athleticism, and they're basically giving up on you? You know how bad you have to be for that to happen? What's your thought? Well,
Do you feel like they're failing him? The Colts are failing Anthony Richardson?
I think Dallas took a big reach when they drafted him fourth a few years ago. They needed a quarterback. They obviously had a lot of, Peyton Quick, Luck retired. Peyton Quick was injured. He went to Denver. Luck retired. I mean, they have been looking for a QB for a long time. Steichen had done a great job at first. So they figured they'd get a guy like Richardson, who a running quarterback, came out of the, laying the weeds, only made 13 starts in Florida. So they took a reach. They took a chance. I don't blame the franchise for taking a chance. I mean, the fourth pick in the draft, third year. Steichen has to win. Jones, say what you want. Won a playoff game in Minnesota where he played great in the game. Him and Barkley when they beat the Vikings. Yeah. So he has shown you in a certain spot that he can be a factor in a big playoff game, and Richardson hasn't. So they decided to cut bait. And it's just football. He took himself out of the game. He was very erratic. They decided to go in a different direction.
Yeah, there's a tidal wave of things that lead the front office and organization to make these kinds of decisions. And it always does come down to football character in these kinds of situations. You don't give up on guys with this kind of talent unless there are things that you just really believe will not allow them to ever be
Yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Leaves it with the running back.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. That's caught. It's Brown. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. Turning it on. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Wilson.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Caught close to the marker. It's Wilson. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gators will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to get the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Caught in the backfield, it's Moss. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Concepcion. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now they'll try the right side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this 2nd half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Scanning the field, it's Zeno. Here's a heat. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the 2nd half to throw any completions.
Now the play fake. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. The sledding has been... Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. A delay of game penalty is the last thing you want when you're in this part of the field. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. They're going to test the right side with this one. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Brown. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This type of dominant defense, a performance that would make the likes of Dak Wynn and Quentin Coriat proud.
And it's NIL money spent well, right? This recruiting you see every year, they are getting dudes up front, big hosses that everybody wants, but they've been going to the Aggies, and that's why they've built great defenses.
Fires to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Unloads to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. Fourth down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
And here we go. Down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll go up top. Maybe a deciding play here. It's incomplete. And they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Rides the back and leaves it. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Eno. He's got the tight end.
You can catch that. Come on now.
As they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting the kicker.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Pretty much down to cases here, David. They have to execute quickly to have a shot at the end.
And obviously you want to do everything you can to make it as short a Hail Mary as possible, right? So try to get a chunk right here before you have to take Jesse that big shot to the end zone.
And you know they're already dialing up that shot play, right? Who has the best hands on offense? Who has the best size? Who can go up high point the football and win you this game?
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Escapes the sack. Got out of trouble and throws. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season.